Hey, this is Dr. Marilyn Christensen, El Paso's veterinarian with your vet message. It's after the first of the year and time to take care of some of those resolutions, and I'd like one of them to be for you to license your dog or cat. The American Veterinary Medical Association gives us a formula so we can estimate how many animals are actually in a community. And by their estimation, 385,000 dogs and cats are in El Paso, yet only 85,000 of them are registered or licensed correctly. So we have a long ways to go. But a lot of people do not license their animal, and they have a lot of questions about where that money goes. I want to kind of clear that up right now. First of all, the licensing programs were established in order to ensure that many animals had had their rabies vaccine in order to prevent an outbreak of rabies. So that's the first reason that we go ahead and license those animals, is just in order to ensure that they have had their rabies vaccine. We can keep track of them more easily. The other reason is that if your animal happens to get away from you, they are much more likely to be returned to you if we have that license on them. What is the main reason for me? So that I don't have to worry, my dog has a license, he's going to come back to me. What happens if he isn't licensed? Most of the animals that come into us are dogs that are at large, and when they come into us and are redeemed by their owners, they get a ticket for not being on a leash or on their property. They get a ticket for not having a license. They may get a ticket for not having a microchip, and they may get a ticket for not having a current rabies vaccine. So in order to avoid the fines from all those, it's important just to go ahead and have your animal licensed legally up front. What if my dog or cat never leaves my property? A lot of people will say that, he's not going to get out. I don't need to worry about getting him back that way. And that's certainly one stand that you could take, but we've just passed the Christmas time with lots of people coming and going. Perhaps the meter reader leaves the gate open and your dog gets out that way. Maybe there's an emergency at your house and a firefighter, for instance, goes in and the dog slips out. There are a lot of things that can happen, and dogs are very creative at getting out when you don't want them to get out. So all the more reason to make sure that they've got that licensing. If you have a microchip, that's wonderful. That's extra insurance. It's a little bit of identification that they can't lose. However, it's like a car. You may have a title to a car, but you need to yearly renew the license, and that's the case for your dog. Also the case for your cat for the same reason, or if you have a ferret in the household, those are supposed to be licensed as well. So how is the money from licenses used? Most of the money goes back to animal control activities, getting animals that are loose or stray off the street so that they don't get injured, taking them into the shelter so they get care in the shelter, so they get any medical care that they need, and again, that they're kept safe until you have an opportunity to reclaim them at the shelter. And one more question that I get more often than not is, if I've moved, what do I do about that? Do I need to buy a new license? No, but you need to let us know that you have a new telephone number or that you have a new address that your animal will be at. This is also a good time to mention that update your microchip information. Let the parent company know your new address or your new telephone number if you do have it. This has been Dr. Marilyn Christensen with the City of El Paso with your Vet Message of the Month. Happy New Year.